All right, so our strategic plan video presentation, we chose to do Hyatt Hotels Corporation. My name is Hailey.
My name's Audrey Watson.
I'm Alex Estopare.
I'm Emma.
All right, so I'm gonna a little bit of background about Hyatt really quick. It was founded in 1957 by Jay Pritzker when he purchased the Hyatt House Motel adjacent to the Los Angeles International Airport. And they've really had the same mission and values since they opened. So their purpose is that they care for people so that they can be their absolute best. Their vision is they are a world of understanding and care, and their mission is to deliver distinctive experience to their guests. The core values of Hyatt are respect, integrity, humility, empathy, creativity, and fun. And according to the Hyatt DEI report, their purpose is to care for people so that they can be their best, and that means providing a truly inclusive experience and making a difference in the lives of everyone we touch. Also, according to the DEI report, in 2020, Hyatt released the Change Starts Here campaign with many goals that they wanted to achieve by 2025. A few examples of the goals were they want to double the amount of employees for both women and people of color groups in leadership roles. They also want to make financial contributions totaling $1 million in support of strengthening Black communities in the U.S. through the Hyatt Hotels Foundation. And they want to achieve 10% of Black spend as a percentage of all minority and women-owned supplier spend.
I'm going to be talking about the internal environment at Hyatt. And basically, there are four aspects to the internal environment: operational environment, human resources, finances, and products and markets. As far as the operational environment is concerned, according to UK essays, Hyatt strives to provide authentic hospitality in the industry and engages their employees through workforce planning, training and development, and competitive total rewards. In the human resources department, Hyatt makes decisions to work and select, train, develop, and motivate their employees by implementing certain policies and procedures. And that is also from UK essays. And all of Hyatt's HR decisions are made ultimately to prioritize the customers and achieve efficient work from the team members. In Hyatt's financial department, it's actually not a privately owned business. It's owned by a multitude of shareholders, and stock can be purchased on the New York Stock Exchange. And for the products and markets aspect, there are currently over 90,000 rooms offered by the Hyatt brand in 44 different countries. The Hyatt brand has 4 different products, which are hotels: Hyatt, Hyatt Regency, Grand Hyatt, and Park Hyatt. And that information was from the Hyatt website. You can go to the next one. On the external environment of Hyatt, there are a micro and macro sector. In the micro sector, Hyatt directs the main focus of their marketing through marketing intermediaries that include the financing groups of the company. Hyatt often performs competitor analyses to try and understand their competition more. Hyatt also stands out in Publix by being extremely inclusive and keeping their business off of the list of hotels discriminating against people with disabilities. And that information is from EduSaver. In the macro sector of Hyatt, there are various political, social, and technological factors of the micro sector. Some factors that Hyatt and the lodging industry as a whole are being faced with right now are legal framework for contract enforcement, various wage legislations, antitrust laws, industrial safety regulations, and overall inflation rates. And that information was found from FF University.
As for a SWOT analysis for Hyatt, for their strengths, they're a very well-known and respected brand. As Audrey talked about, they operate in over 44 countries, and they have a couple brands that they work with, or that they provide, I guess. They have a strong loyalty program that a lot of people are familiar with, and they're also adaptive of technology innovations. So, kind of like their loyalty program. Some weaknesses that they have less properties compared to other competitors, such as Marriott. They're a pretty big company, Since they're pretty high scale and luxurious hotels, they don't really have many budget-friendly options, and with those higher service standards come higher operating costs. Opportunities, kind of just like all hospitality, a big thing is sustainability. So, working with sustainability efforts to try and make sure that there's not a lot of waste of resources and such. And they could grow into different markets and more regions, even though 44 countries is a lot. They could also expand more. Threats, there's a lot of competition with other hotel companies, such as Marriott and the big names. Online travel agencies, you see a lot with like room rates and stuff and how they'll offer a better price than the actual website. And then also other accommodations such as Airbnb, Vrbo, and just rentals and such that may be cheaper than their hotels.
Okay, so some of our selections of strategic options. How can advantage over competitors be achieved? Through stronger rewards programs for valued guests with the World of Hyatt loyalty plan. While they do have a very strong plan already, I think opening it up to a lot of different opportunities would be good. Also, by providing stronger deals for group events coming in, such as banquets, reunions, conferences, etc. Create a better food and drink menu, as well as restaurant or room service hours. They don't have a lot of hours open for their food. And group room block rate, make it lower than the competitors so that it can be more versatile and more people are able to come and stay at Hyatt. Which products or services should be developed and in which markets should they be sold? Wellness and health tourism. In regards to beating competitors for group event rates, wellness retreats within Hyatt will increase traction to the hotels, offering a wellness weekend with spas, healthier dining options, updated fitness centers, etc. This allows for a wellness weekend while the groups are also working. Also, other families can join, groups can join, travelers can join, all that. What methods of development should be adopted? Start by looking into where the majority of larger group events go for business, conferences, events, etc. Start light renovations and menu changes throughout those major cities without adding any additional cost for visitors. In the past, Hyatt was sued for junk fees and resort fees. By being able to rebuild trust with past visitors who were possibly charged these fees, and then also being able to just give them a great experience would help rebuild that portion of the brand's image. Should the strategies be of differentiation or cost leadership? Hyatt has a strong brand reputation over the years, known for its quality service and premium accommodations. A differentiation strategy allows the company to maintain and enhance this premium positioning. Should the scope of each of the strategies be broad or narrow? Hyatt should approach with a broad scope because this allows the company to leverage its existing brand equity and reach a wider range of customers. It can help some of the properties to cater to luxury travelers, wellness seekers, business travelers, families, others. What are the methods by which strategic development will take place? Hyatt should work towards an internal, organically strategic development. This will allow for expansion of current properties, and they will be able to use some of the current facilities, especially if they're just doing renovations in the certain areas.
So to justify our strategic plan, in terms of the Stronger Rewards program, this can increase member numbers. It could also just have a bunch of different elements to it, like adding a large group option for company travelers, sports teams. That was actually the example, sports teams staying in hotels often, more than 20 people, things like that. Like business travelers that have ginormous corporations that all travel together. And then they could also implement personalized rewards with this. If they partner with different companies and allow for members to choose where their rewards come from, like from shopping, gas, etc. So if you could earn a certain amount of cash back or points towards a free room from shopping at Sam's Club or Costco or whatever it might be. And then to quote Easy Absolute, increasing customer retention rates by 5% increases profits by anywhere from 25 to 95%. Guests are more likely to sign up for rewards programs if offered incentives that are both personalized to them and easier to obtain. For wellness and health tourism, wellness retreats and activities will help drive a guest to return to these Hyatt brand hotels if they target younger audiences, younger markets, and promoting more group activities. that would also help make it feel like a 5-star resort without all of the ginormous expenses. This also provides travelers with healthier options if away on business or vacation, and that would be in terms of the menu change as well. Being able to keep your wellness routine when you're out of town can be a little bit tough, especially having to bring all of your things with you, going shopping for stuff like that. So it kind of adds the sense of being at home for those business travelers, guests, whoever it might be. To quote Badowski, the global wellness and tourism market value currently sits at 451 billion, but a 2022 report by Grandview Research reveals that it's expected to jump to 1.02 trillion by 2030. And by adding health and wellness elements to locations worldwide, even if just in bigger cities or starting in bigger cities, the profits will be up, along with recurring guests, especially those who are big fans of wellness tourism. And this could also be merged with rewards programs. So instead of earning like a free room, you could earn a free session, like a free massage, spa day, whatever it might be. Or you could earn a free night at one of the locations that has the wellness branches, if that makes sense. For the modified food and beverage elements, Hyatt's in-room dining is a little bit basic. As stated before, these healthier dining options should be available with the implementation of the wellness elements. It could be a separate menu, or they could add it to their in-room dining. And again, this will increase profit and diversify the market when catering to a special dietary or allergy restriction. Personally, I looked at their menu and I did not see anything in regards to gluten-free, vegan, vegetarian options, things like that. And then they could also increase their availability time of in-room dining. 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. is what it is right now. But by increasing the time to either midnight or even 24 hours would allow travelers to eat at any time. And this is beneficial to those who are either out on business or performers or anything like that, who they come back late and nothing else is open and they just want something to eat. So and then the potential to implement an online ordering app is major here as well. If they were able to add some kind of delivery app to where you could get food delivered to your room, whether you want to charge it to your room, things like that, or you can just pay for it out of pocket, credit card, whatever it might be. You can add the tip and everything. Resto Lab says that more than 60% of Americans use delivery applications for convenience purposes, along with other benefits such as no contact and short wait times. So again, just order it from the hotel and they just bring it right up to your room. And then for the actual implementation for our strategic plan, it'll take some time for development and employees and guests to adhere to. Staff will definitely need to be trained on this, depending on the location, starting with the major cities, like we said, to implement these new things into. New hires might need to be a part specifically for reward programs or group planning. This impacts the culture, structure, and internal systems because it'll add a very large sector to the business, which is essentially a new department. Management will more than likely need to expand, especially in the wellness areas, considering that it is essentially a new department. So obviously you'll need your department managers, like a spa manager, wellness manager, fitness coach, things like that. And this will be a very slow expansion, as an upfront kind of hard launch does not allow enough room to promote and sell these new features. So if they do it in one city and then they talk about how great it is, things like that, and then expand to the next, et cetera, or just kind of keep edging along. We're starting this, we're starting that, get ready for the time of your life, blah, 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 whatever it might be. And here are our references. I know it's a ginormous list, but I believe that is it for this presentation. Thank you guys for watching, and let us know if you have any other questions.